It's money on the beat. It's money on the beat. And you're welcome to Linda's TV show, the home of news and analysis, where you get your information about the happenings in the globe, especially in Nigeria.
Listen to the sound. Listen to my voice. Would you listen to this melody and you will find yourself? Listen to the sound. Listen to my voice. Would you listen to this melody and you will find yourself?
I hope I reach you with it. What if we stop pretending and really do practice love? Yeah, like stop putting a price to it. Why would your loved ones fall from your expectation and you label them misfits? Expecting perfection from a seed you sow beneath an imperfect soil. You can't be dealing on perishable goods and praying to God they remain fresh forever. Shut the fuck up. With time they are predestined to spoil.
Listen to the sound. Listen to my voice. Would you listen to this melody and you will find yourself? Listen to the sound. Listen to my voice. Would you listen to this melody and you will find yourself?
Mix me with the judgment. I got love embedded in nature's.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, great Biafrans. My brother Chuk Survivor, you are welcome to the program. Your face is shining this evening. You are welcome to the program, and I believe your side is good here. The weather today is good, although we are approaching fall. They call it autumn here. And we thank God for the gift of life. Anywhere you are watching us, please, the best thing you can do is to share this video. Your sharing the video and liking the video will help to notify people to come and join us. Like you see in the title of this video, the day of reckoning. You see, the evil shall not hide forever. And I want to put a disclaimer that to YouTube, that's here in Linda's TV show, we react to all forms of videos. We are not here to preach violent, hate speech, or misleading information. We don't do those things. What we come here to do, either by writing or by posting, is to educate and inform the members of the public. Information, they say, is power. When you are not informed, you'll be deformed. And when you are deformed, who knows what will happen to you. So any videos, any speech, or whatever we are doing here is not intended to mislead or to preach violence or to instigate war or whatever, but only to educate. Biafra Worldwide, I greet you all according to your time zone. We have come again today to evangelize. It is unfortunate that those that Nnamdi Kanu put their trust, those that he thought that we are working. You see, I keep on recommending this young man, Uchemmefo, despite the fact that he broke out. But you can remember the first time Nnamdi Kanu was arrested, Uchemmefo was able, that is the only thing he did. He was able to maintain Radio Biafra until Nnamdi Kanu comes out. But look at what is happening. Some people are writing me, asking me, Linda, is Radio Biafra still existing? And that is exactly the minds or whatever the enemies want. They thought that if they kidnap Nnamdi Kanu and they will, destroy the Radio Biafra, which I can say they have achieved by destroying Radio Biafra, but Nnamdi Kanu is indestructible. And I thank God for the emergence of Prime Minister of Biafra. If not for Mazi Simon Ekpa, I don't know, maybe by now we will not be here talking. Maybe by now you'll be hearing something like there was a man that they used after Ojukwu and Wazulike. There was another young, handsome man. Some people see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that he is only handsome. They don't see the potentials. They don't see the qualities. They don't know what he possessed. You'll be hearing there was a young man who lived in England who was also trying to achieve Biafra. But they buy him. That is what you'll be hearing. It is Mazi Simon Ekpa, the Odogu, the Obara Nigeria. Hey, nah, and there sometimes I will sit down like this. I'll be remembering his words. He said he is the mathematics that people cannot solve. It was because of him. But what baffles me is this. What I cannot understand is this. Some people said that he is working for Nigerian government to make sure that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did not come out. Some people said that his activities is making it more difficult for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to come out. I was surprised. On the 5th of this October, they deceived us again that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was going to court. I was hoping, believing, praying seriously to see if they can bring Mazi Nnamdi Kanu there. We will see him, or maybe there might be a positive result. Only for us not to see anything. The only thing we saw was a long note. A long note. A lawyer immediately, automatically turned to pastor. Is this not a shameful thing? Is this not a shameful thing? I don't know if you people have watched. There was a video I posted this morning. This man, I don't know where he comes from. My brother, did you watch that video? I don't know where the man comes from. The man was telling Asari Dokubo Wutu that somebody come to your place, your house. It's just like this water now. This water belongs to me, and a lot of people are, trying to get this water. They need this water. Somebody will just come to me. I am a woman being, and I claim that I'm matured. Somebody will just come to me and say, hey, collect this water from me, the original owner. Collect it and take it to his side, or take the water from me and say, Linda, please. The person will give me money. Linda, please, can you help me to be safeguarding this water? Don't allow anything to happen to this water. My own water. I cannot touch it again. I will be safeguarding it because of the little thing. That was how the man demonstrated what Asari Dokubo is doing. The man said that all the oil barrels in Niger Delta or Southeast belongs to the Southerners, but the owners come from the North. If you haven't watched the video, please take your time. That was, I think, my second video I posted today. I listened to this man. I was like, is there still people with brain? Our people, some people are saying it, oh, afufo amago aya ho, afufo biye na mother ho. Some people say, instead of them come on and ogo. Can so ya ni bo maka nda na use ha asika mai na no ka no ruko time no come on e boy kind no you are so selfish. You are not even thinking about your children. All these things we are doing now is for our children, not because of us. Afone ka mother de come on e boy can no iya no na for how long are you going to continue? And the people that is even asking you not to go, it's not as if they are making provision for you. Are you aware that all the positions now and where's the position in the Igbo nwere? How long are you going to? They don't want you. But because of what they are going to gain from you, they want you to remain there and serve them as slaves. So I am not going to talk too much. I will leave my brother Chuk Survivor to continue. My brother, you are welcome.
So much. So, fellow Biafrans that are watching us far and wide, anywhere you are watching this program from, I appreciate you and I welcome you to this very program. I say, may Chukwu be my guide and protect every one of you. I thank you all for joining us on this platform today. Please, if you have not shared this program, I beg you in the name of Chukwu Okike to please kindly like and share this program. Share the program to all platforms, share it to friends, share it to families, share it to even our enemies, let them hear our opinion. We have come once again, as we always do, to speak the truth and nothing but the truth, to encourage Biafrans far and wide wherever they are. That is what we have continued to do and we will continue to do. Today is another day, as we have agreed and we have signed up, that we will continue to bring information to your doorstep. We are here once again to bring those informations close to you. When you look at the topic we have chosen today, we say the day of reckoning and confessions that is coming on. That day of reckoning, we have waited for it for a very long time. And the funny thing is that some people are still waiting for the day of reckoning, not knowing that we are there already. And the confession is coming right, left, and center. Fellow Biafrans that are watching, if you are sleeping, please wake up. If you think that this struggle is a joke, think again. We have come a very long way. We have come a very long way. For past decade now, Nnamdi Kanu has been preaching a message. He has begged, he has cried, he has complained, he has called on people to listen, to see reasons. So many of us listened and some refused to listen. Nnamdi Kanu gave up every single thing he has to prepare us for today. When he was preparing us, some of us called him names. They called him a scammer. They called him a warmonger. They called him a troublemaker. They called him a tribal bigot. All this name was called to Nnamdi Kanu, but he never withdrew. He never moved him. Instead of those name calling to make him stop, it gingered him the more. And at a stage, Nnamdi Kanu said that even when he doesn't have any name calling or any challenge, he will create one for himself. At a stage, they made Nnamdi Kanu to pick those challenges as part of himself. Nnamdi Kanu warned us about today, the day of reckoning. He warned us. He said, they are coming. They are coming. We didn't listen. He warned and said, they are coming. Most of you must have seen the video when Nnamdi Kanu went to the United States. He went to the United States to beg Biafrans in the United States to please help. Let us form a defense force for the Biafran people. When he asked for arms in the United States, they called him a madman. They laughed at him. He told them they are coming, they are coming. They laughed at him. Look at us today. Are we now saying they are coming? We are no longer saying they are coming. We say they have come. It is no longer they are coming. They have already what? Come. The day of reckoning. And today, so many people that laughed at Nnamdi Kanu today are the ones today crying and say, what do we do? What do we do? But I thank Chukwu Okike that in all those name calling, Nnamdi Kanu did not stop the project. He went ahead and continued the project with or without the support of the people, with or without money. And he gave us a defense, the ESN. The launching of the ESN was one of the major reasons they stepped up a target to kidnap Nnamdi Kanu. But while they were preparing to kidnap him, Because they are dealing with the child of Issachar, sons of Issachar, who know the value of time. Nnamdi Kanu already have prepared somebody. He has already handed over. Nnamdi Kanu, seeing what the danger that was coming, he knew. You see, I always try to refer people back. Go and listen to the last messages of Nnamdi Kanu before he was kidnapped. Go and listen to those messages. You will see a farewell message and you will see a total handover. The kidnapping of Nnamdi Kanu was not a surprise. He knew. He knew that we were going to take him. But he submitted himself because he knew he had completed his own assignment. And even while he was with us, not when he was kidnapped, before he was kidnapped, he has already handed over to the person you are seeing today piloting the affair, the Prime Minister of Biafra Republic of Nigeria. That handover was done, not in the secret, in the open. But those who have eyes couldn't see. Those who have ears did not hear. Those who could not see beyond their nose could not reason. The only people that saw that handover were the people who see beyond their noses. I want to ask you, how can somebody who is available and alive tell you to go and listen to someone else, share his video, telling you that somebody is coming to bring a new dimension, that you should share his video, listen to him? What handover again are you looking for? Somebody is telling you automatically that my own era has ended. This person is coming to bring a new dimension. Follow him and listen to him. A direct handover before you. And yet, some people are ignorant of that fact that the handover was done. Maybe because of jealousy, because of envy, because of strife. They could not see beyond their nose. Just like you see the Christians believe in Christ. In as much as Christians believe that Christ has come, do you know that the Jews are still waiting for Christ to come? Some people are still waiting for Christ to come. They didn't believe because they were too familiar to him. After all, is he not this man from Nazareth, very close to us? How can he be the Messiah? How can this man from Nazareth, a child of a carpenter, be the Messiah? They are still waiting for Messiah to come. The same thing in the case of Master Simon. Some are saying, how can that man, that little boy in Finland, what does he know? Initially, they were addressing him as a little boy, as a nobody, little boy. Today, that little boy has become a strong bone in their neck. And I tell people, Master Simon, he didn't come to this struggle with introduction. That is most thing you have to understand. He did not come to this struggle to introduce himself. It was this struggle that introduced him. Inside the struggle, he was introduced by his own work. He didn't come to tell us, oh, I'm in Finland, I am this, I'm that. No, he did not. Our Prime Minister, Master Simon, came as a broadcaster, the same way I'm broadcasting today, the same way my sister Linda is broadcasting. He was on his own broadcasting without introducing himself to anybody. His handwork introduced him. Master Nnamdi Kanu noticed him and picked him up, identified him. And from there onwards, his work began to introduce him. Even when they unleashed 500,000 Irats against him, he was not shaking. He told them, I will be your end. I will sack you from IPOB. They called it a bluff. They say, who is this one? You are not even a member. How can you sack people? And he went on doing what he's doing. Today, in the day of reckoning, how many of them are still standing? In this day of reckoning, how many people, those people who were challenging Master Simon, calling him a boy, calling him this and that, how many of them is still standing today? Ask yourself that question. Go to their platform. The ones that are still coming online to speak, go to their platform and see what are they talking about. What are they saying? And then take a step backward. Everything those Irats have said today, have they not swallowed their own vomit? In the day of reckoning, you are seeing confession right, left, and center. Confession, heavy one, not one is secret. The other one that called himself Osoji, he has sworn and sworn with Osoji until Osoji is now hooking him on the neck today. He said the people that died are beating him. He said, I'm not telling the truth the way I'm telling again because of command and control. They don't want me to talk. No, now I'm going to say the truth. The spirit of the dead cannot allow me. Broad daylight confession. This was a boy, somebody that in those days, initially, he was speaking very, very nice. Even he comes to Master Simon Ekpa platform. Master Simon Ekpa made a case for him the very first time this department of Sabotu wanted to attack him. Master Simon Ekpa made a case for him, fought for him that he should not be attacked. All of a sudden, he changed and began to attack Master Simon Ekpa. And where he nailed himself was every time he come out, he will bring Osoji. He will say, Ezioku Bundo. I swear in the name of Osoji. Today, Osoji has choked Osoji have now blocked his street. He can't even hide his own. His own is open confession. That the spirit of death is beating him. The spirit of people who died on this struggle is beating him.
My brother, sorry for interrupting you. Onye came from the Upu, so Bruna Yakuko, if I don't watch the video and Madam even a member. Kenyan Upu, Uzi Simbaka Kogan.
Yeah, that video was an old video. That was an old video when he was running mad. It's an old video. Initially, when they started the attack on Master Simon. He was one of the people that initiated the attack. That was one of his first videos when he initiated that attack on Master Simon. That was then. That's one now. That's what you're talking about now. He is one of the one who swore. He swore. He said he would do everything possible to bring Master Simon down. He said over his dead body will Master Simon be in IPOB. Today, who is in IPOB? Master Simon is not only in IPOB, he is the leader of IPOB, but he himself willfully have resigned. He said he has resigned from IPOB. Just imagine somebody who was fighting. Now, a Biafran will now tell you that I have resigned to be an indigenous person of Biafra. He said he has resigned. All of a sudden, he don't know the meaning of IPOB anymore. And this is somebody that the Karawite lawyer introduced when Karawite lawyer was praising people, was praising media warriors. He was the person that Karawite lawyer mentioned his name and said, this is one of the best media warriors I have. These are the men that are speaking the truth. We wake up and see him saying that he has resigned from fighting for his freedom. The day of reckoning has come. Oke n'ọhịa, ngwere n'ọhịa. Onye ọbụla n'ọsọ. Gịnị na-achụfa? Eziokwu na-achụfa. It is only the truth that can stand the test of time. In this day of reckoning, if you don't repent, you have to confess. If you don't confess, you must confess. That is one, some of them, they join us and say, oh, Biafra is a spirit. Biafra. But when you talk Biafra is a spirit, do you really understand what you're saying? Do you really understand what you're saying when you say Biafra is a spirit? We say it, but we don't understand what we are saying. Biafra is a spirit in the sense that anything anything you say in truthfulness, any foundation laid on truthfulness, as you are saying it in truthfulness, it is going to happen spiritually. Look at the Edwaka Nonu. When our Prime Minister announced Edwaka Nonu internal conflict, any saboteur, anybody, politician, when he announced it openly, the team began to act spiritually. It activated spiritually. Some of them began to confess on their own. The camp of the saboteurs now is on fire. Suddenly they realize that, oh, they use command and control to hold us. Every time they will tell us not to talk. Why would they not do? But they have been seeing all these things for a long time. Something we have seen 2 years ago. They are just seeing it now. The day of reckoning. The only thing that can save you is the truth. If you refuse to confess, if you don't retrace your step, and you continue to stand against Biafra, what will happen to you? You will not live to tell the story. The only thing that can save you is confession and withdraw from attacking Biafra. If you don't, your situation is going to be worse than that of Judas. See what happened to Judas after betraying Christ. After Judas betrayed Christ, do you know that Judas repented? Judas repented after betraying Christ. His intention was not to sell Christ to be killed. Judas sold Christ just to get the money because of love of money. It was not to kill him. He repented. More than so many of us here, his repentance was a pure one because he rejected the money that was given to him. He threw that money away. He didn't eat one of that money. He threw it away and repented and cried. But because he sold the Savior, he didn't have the opportunity to receive forgiveness. He committed suicide. When Christ was praying on the cross for those who sold him, he is dead already by then. He couldn't receive that grace. That grace was denied him. He couldn't wait to receive that grace. If you are fighting against Biafra, fighting against the chosen one, your own case is going to be worse than that of Judas. The person that is piloting the affair today, the disciple of Nnamdi Kanu, Mazi Simon Ekpa, did not choose himself. I don't talk about him because he is Mazi Simon Ekpa. I don't talk about him because he told me to do so. I don't talk about him because I'm forced to talk about him. No. The same way I speak about, I began to follow Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on my own. Nobody preached to me. I listened to him, I followed him, and I continued. In that same vein, in as much as Mazi Nnamdi Kanu recognized Mazi Simon Ekpa, I paid attention and listened on my own. And when I see things, I was convinced that, yes, this is the man. And I want to ask you, for more than 2 years plus, we have been hearing people say, we will expose him. We will expose him. Just wait, the next minute, I will expose every group that comes, I will expose him every day. For more than 2 years. Have you ever had anybody come with any exposition, either in the struggle, in his private life, in politics, in his business? Have you had any single exposition from anywhere? If you have had any, please tell us on the comment section.
Do you know when I know that the Prime Minister is pure? Do you know when I realized it? Was when Nelly Ofebu couldn't do anything to him. If he had cockroach in his cupboard, Nelly would have dig it out. That was only when I realized that he was pure.
You are right, my sister. You are right, my sister. But some people up till now have not learned their lesson. They have not learned. If there were any skeleton in his cupboard, how do you think that he will stand this pressure for 2 years plus? A pressure that was unleashed inside and outside. Eras were there. All the politicians in Nigeria became media warrior. Nigerian government became media warrior. Ohanes Ndibo became media warrior against one person. Fulanis joined. Every one of us saw when calls were coming from all around, calling the embassy of, calling the ambassador about him, reporting him. Calls were going to the external affairs minister in Finland, talking about him. Do you think that if he has a dent in his record, you think he will be standing today? How do you think he will stand if he has a dent in his record? Even the day he was called in for interrogation, when he was called in for interrogation, they were announcing and celebrating. Oh, they have arrested him, they have arrested him. Celebration everywhere. That same evening, he broadcast. That same thing as Yekuna, Okuwa again, the same day. So how do you want him to prove himself for you to support the truth and follow the truth? Our support for Mazi Simon Ekpa is not his name. We are supporting the truth in him, the purity in him, just like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is so pure. Case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was so pure. It was so pure that he was able to cover every dirty thing around him. His brightness shined so bright. He shined so bright that you could not be able to notify any dent around him. That was why all these departments of Saboteur were hiding under him. His brightness covered them. If Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was still around, you cannot discover these idiots. You will never know that they're there. Because Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was so bright. He was so bright and was covering them. When you hear Mazen Nnamdi Kanu say that IPOB is as white and whiter than white, it is he himself, bright, covering every other person. A great sacrifice from him. And if Chukwuokama did not take him away for some time from us, we will not see what we are seeing today. All these criminals will still be hiding under there. Because every eyes is channeled on Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Every eyes is channeled on Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. We are all hoping, depending on him. He is the person that everybody is looking at. So every other idiot that was under him committing crimes, we are not noticed until the day of reckoning approaches. And Master Simon came on board and began to, the breeze blew, and we knew that the Reverend Father were shot inside. Every of them, their secret began to come out. Today, what we hear, this one resigned. This one say he's going to sabbatical leave. This one say he's doing this. And look at people now who say they are lawyers. The day of reckoning. Even the lawyers cannot stand the day of reckoning. Can you imagine, can you believe in your life that the lawyer of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu will come and tell you that he's fighting for Mazen Nnamdi to come out and join a better Nigeria? A lawyer standing for the supreme leader of IPOB tell you that he's fighting to bring Mazen Nnamdi to come and join a better.
I'm sorry, my brother. Sorry for interrupting you. Which means from that statement, it means that all this while he's going to visit Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is convincing him to drop Biafra. And this reminds me, there was a video Biafra Unite made. I listened to it on Facebook. The title was, I'm talking based on the title. I didn't finish the video. He said that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu may drop Biafra for his release. I didn't watch the video to find out what he said in inside, and he was like, even if Mazen Nnamdi Kanu drop Biafra because of his release, that he's not going to speak ill against Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Well, if he decides to drop it, I will not do anything. But Biafra we are looking for is not Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is an individual. If by any means, which I know that it will be very difficult at this point, it's late already. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, he has sacrificed everything. He have lost a lot of things. For him to drop it right now, I don't think Mazen Nnamdi Kanu can do that. Do you know the reason why they postponed this court? Do you know why they didn't release him on the 5th of this month? Because they brought a letter, a very long letter, giving him condition to stop Biafra agitation. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu said he will never do that. That is why they adjourn it. And the meaning of adjourning it is to see if they can convince him. If they want to convince Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, they should go and bring his mother and father. That is the only people that I think that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu will look at, and he may try to. But outside that, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu have made up his mind. So that is why, if you are saying release, they can release Mazen Nnamdi Kanu today or tomorrow. Let me tell you, the reason why Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is still there is because he have not denounced, he have not accepted all the things they are giving to him. He have not rejected Biafra. That is why. And even in that December now, if he still rejects to drop Biafra, they will still postpone it. So if you are, from the look of things, and I'm sure that my assumption will be correct, if you are thinking that they will just free Mazen Nnamdi Kanu like that, it's a lie. It's only you and I. Even this Ambazonia president, that is Choba, the one that is their main president, is in prison. He said that the release of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is in the hands of Biafra. And what Simon Ekpa is doing is what will bring Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. So anybody that is condemning Simon Ekpa, which means you are praying for Mazen Nnamdi Kanu to stay there. I watched one young man, and he was talking from both sides of his mouth and looks like Ndo Gogoro. He was saying, Is it because of only one person? Every Monday they will tell us to sit at home. Is it because of only one person? How can people be suffering? I was like, well, this one, you have already shown that you don't have sense. These are the kind of people that will tell you, oh, come on, the book, I can't look time. Afufu amagoya, hakaitaru afufu, only beribe. How long can you target afufu? How long can you target afufu? Hana so na. But if you're an Igbo man now, you go to Lagos, you develop their place, you build a beautiful, go to the north. Fulani, do they have a house? Is it not? If you have not been in, maybe God made me to be in these places so that I will be exposed. I have been to the north. I have been to Wutu, Asari Dokubo, Wutu, Igabeha, Iyejidenwoka appear your time. Asari Dokubo came from Kalabari. Kalabari is closer to Ijo. These people do not have ordinary good water to drink. Asari Dokubo don't have a road. Asari Dokubo, if you go to their village where he comes from, on the Doafoka, Taya Pompo, if you go there, if you go to the north, you will see Ndi Fulania, they don't have a house. The place they sleep is Igbo's shop. I visited when I was doing my service. I visited, when I was trying to come to Germany, I went to Abuja to, renew my passport. So, my friend I visited, where she's selling something, by around that kind 8 o'clock, I saw Fulani people surrounding the shop. I was afraid. I said, these people that they say my sister don't mind that they are waiting for me to go so that they will sleep here. They will sleep outside the shop. That's why it's easy for them. Only Biafrans, they like good things. They are industrious, intelligent set of people. Anywhere they go, they develop, and Biafrans are the pure in heart. Their heart is pure. They see other people. Once they see you, they take you like their own brother. But at the end of the day, they will be the one that those people will hate. They will establish, develop, maintain that place. They thank you. These people will tell, and these people will be there lazy in a battle. After everything, these people that is telling us, oh, let's stay together, let's work, which Nigeria is going to work. I have thought about this several times. The foundation is faulty. Corruption have eaten the bone, starting not even only the president. Everybody in that country is corrupt. So it has no mekwatarism. And the people are seeing you as, they are seeing the Biafran as, I don't know, they don't see us as a human beings. They always see us as a slave. These are the people that are supposed to be our slave. Nda mahafa head, nda go akuko. Nya mako chifu ebruko company omoha, je tiratro efi gani mafia. Is it not recently they started going to school? So, you don't like this person. Why do you want that person to stay with you? That is my question. Some people, because they think that they have money that sustain them and their family, Biafra na Korogodo na kwa Biafra masige Biafra ojuku na azota uhonye ya azote Biafra kwa nko wazuri keso Biafra kwa ke Nnamdi Kanu zo kede bon owo enwonye nke mfuro na akpo prime minister that thing in Finland onye na akpokwa mmadu that thing orukwe odeko ihe eji agofo. So my brother, please continue. Then Maxwell, please, if you are here, my brother Then Maxwell, if you meet us, please join us. If you want to call in to contribute, there is a link there. You can click on that link. You can come and contribute. Thank you.
My fellow Biafrans, please, just as my sister have said, this is an interactive session. It's an interactive session. If you have any question, you have any contribution, you have any confusion, even if you don't agree with us, click the link. Come in. Just make sure you keep your argument civil. Keep your words civil. As long as you are civil, we won't stop you. You have all the time to say your mind. It's an interactive section. Don't think that we are here to dominate you or to occupy. It is a Biafran show. You, even if you're not a Biafran, if you're one Nigerian and you have a strong argument, come on, take us on, no problem. No matter where you are, whatever you believe, just click that link and come in and make your argument. So after saying this, my sister, your assumption on the kidnap of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is not far from the truth. That assumption is not far from the truth. They are doing every manipulation. And you see, our prime minister have already warned. That's why I tell people, when they say Biafra is a spirit, yet you don't understand. Spiritual things are happening in this struggle on a daily basis. You remember that prime minister have said the time before number. He have said the time before, long time before now, that until Mazen Nnamdi Kanu comes out, come to Finland or in Israel and speak, that he will not listen to anybody. They have made a plan of writing a letter to stop sit at home. It became unstoppable. They use blackmail, they use Ohanese, they use traditional rulers, they turn DSS to pilgrimage, they use Senate, they use House of Assembly. They could not stop sit at home. Today, they are cooking up another plan. And there was somebody that sent me a message, that called and began to give me a message of dream they have about what they are planning now. And this thing they are planning, Master Samuel have seen it long before now. That at a time, it's going to come a time when they're going to frame the release of Master Nnamdi Kanu. They are planning seriously to frame the release of Master Nnamdi Kanu. And you will hear Master Nnamdi Kanu make a speech of handing over of Biafra. You hear Master Nnamdi Kanu make a speech of disarming the army of Biafra. This is the plan they are cooking. And they have started laying the foundation of that plan through the lawyers. That is how they work. They will throw a warrant to the public and they will see how we will react to the statement. That is how these people operate. But some of us don't pay attention. Our prime minister have seen this thing coming long ago, and he made a strong statement and said, until Mazen Nnamdi Kanu comes out, I see him in Finland sit on a round table or in Israel, where we'll be certified and know that the person that is speaking is Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Do you know why? If they can run a government for years with an imposter, a dead man, if they can do that, run a government for years without anybody finding out, do you think they cannot do anything to free Mazen Nnamdi Kanu? We cannot believe anything they say. And how can you ever believe that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, who told us that any day I think of Hansen of Biafra, that if you do not take my life, it means you're not God. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu said it with his own mouth. How do you think that this same man will come to that and tell you that I'm fighting for one Nigeria? This is what they are cooking up. And do you know how they're cooking up? This is one of the reasons why they don't bring Mazen Nnamdi Kanu to the public anymore. They have hidden Mazen Nnamdi Kanu from the public so that he cannot make any communication, so that he cannot reach out to people he can give raw message. They want to take away his voice completely from the crowd, and then they will introduce what they want to introduce, which we are waiting for them. And our prime minister has said that no instruction will come in the withdrawal, say, hands off Biafra. Even if Mazen Nnamdi Kanu himself stay in Nigeria and say that it can nothing, you can never ever disarm the army of Biafra. We will not hands off. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, there's a broadcast where he said that any day he walk away from Biafra, the next person at his back to shoot him. He said it. And you see, that is why sometimes I tell people, go back and listen to the messages of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Try to spend at least 10 or 15 minutes on his message every day. So that when they give you something and say, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu said, you will just laugh and move on. When they come and tell you Mazen Nnamdi Kanu said, you will laugh and move on. Because every single, just like my sister said, Cho Ayuba have said it. When the Department of Sabotage invited that Cho Ayuba for interview, he told them in their own platform, he said, why are you waiting for Mazen Nnamdi Kanu to talk to you from the den of the enemy? Cho Ayuba said that everything Mazen Nnamdi Kanu used to tell you, he has told you already. Go back to his messages. If you don't know what to say, just go and begin to play back all the messages he had left. A direct message. That was what Joe Ayuba told them in Radio Biafra when they invited him. And since that, they never invited him again. When he disgraced them, he said, why are you waiting for Mazen Nnamdi Kanu to tell you what to do from the dungeon? Don't you have his message? He has told you everything. He has finished his work. And that is why when you see Mazen Simon Ekpa, his speed, he doesn't need permission to increase his speed. He's not looking at anybody. And he has said it again. He has repeated it again because of this their plan. He said it again. Until Mazen Nnamdi Kanu comes to Finland, sit on the table with him, he will talk with him one-on-one. Only then and then, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu can take over completely. But for anybody to be in Nigeria and make a speech and claim to be Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, it will not be listened to. More especially telling us to hands off Biafra, telling us to disarm ESN or disarm the Liberation Army. That is the highest propaganda you can ever imagine. And they are cooking it. They are laying the foundation through the lawyers. They have used Ozokome to lay that foundation. I'm responsible for what I'm saying. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is not aware. We are responsible. Whatever we say today, we are responsible. And we are doing it on behalf of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, that we are working to build a better Nigeria. Release Mazen Nnamdi Kanu so that he can join and build a better Nigeria. He is fighting for one Nigeria after all. Mad people everywhere. And you see the latest. Did you see the latest? The latest tweet we are seeing. The war that is now going on between Ejimako and Ifeanyi Ejiofor. After Ejimako, they have succeeded in selling Ejimako. They confused him and bought him over. Today, it is a heavy war. Ifeanyi Ejiofor today is challenging Ejimako openly. On Twitter, he said that he's going to open the gate of hell for Ejimako. That he's going to make a broadcast to say the way Ejimako has jeopardized the release of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. The day of reckoning. We are waiting for the exposition.
But do you believe that? Do you believe what he said? For me, of course, Ejimako was on the right track. Was on the right track until the day they pressurized him to make that video. Because if he was against the release of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, how come he won the case in Afaluku in Abia State? Which one has the other one win now, apart from Umu Chineke? Which other one have he win?
So, my beloved sister, why I brought that issue is that, you see, this is how Chukwu Okikabian want to open their nyash. Even Ejimako, there are so many things Ejimako is hiding that he's not telling us. There are so many things he's not telling us. You know, they succeeded in taking him away. They know that Biafra developed love for him. Biafrans began to focus on him. Biafra began to challenge him. So they planned and tried as much as possible, and they destroyed him by using him to tell a lie. From that moment he told a lie, he was destroyed. And today he's trying to get himself and regain relevance. But it is not possible. And that is why if you are a Biafran, you need to be proud of yourself. You see, Biafran people, no matter how important you think you are, no matter how popular you think you are, no matter how you think that people love you, any day you misbehave, you are gone. Oh. In this Biafra restoration, in this struggle, no matter how important you think, you are deceiving yourself. Oh, because they say, ride on. Oh, our lawyer, ride on. Indefatigable lawyer. And you'll be deceiving yourself with all those titles. Even in this place we are, in this Biafra referendum in exile today, that you are in any position in this government in exile, and Biafrans are respecting you. That respect is because of the truthfulness they see in you. It is not because you are special. You are not more special than any Biafran. Biafrans all over the world, we are equal. There is nothing so special about you. The only thing we see in you is that sincerity of purpose, because you are serving us effectively. Biafrans will surround you and defend you with everything they have. But any day it enters your head, you think because we are shouting your name, then because of that, you want to come and begin to do your King Kong. Go and tell lies. Any day Biafran discover lie from you, you are finished. You see, Master Simon Ekpa, the reason why Master Simon Ekpa is holding the flag is because no guilt have been found in him. Just like as we were saying before, I will expose you. I will expose you. No single human being has come out and say, look at what Mazi Simon Ekpa has done. That is why he's holding the flag very, very high. He has laid a very strong, high standard. The same thing is what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu set a very high standard, a very, very high standard he set. That was why his name today. Today, even the enemy of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu use his name for campaign. Even his own enemy, they use his name for campaign. Today, there is no politician in Biafra land that will go for a protest or go to make a speech without mentioning, oh, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, he's fighting a good cause. He's fighting a good cause. But they will not go for his release. Everybody today have Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in their mouth as a good man, including his enemies, because his way is right before Chukwu Okike Abiama. Chukwu Okike Abiama have made his enemies to speak good about him. The excuse they give today, they say, oh, Mazi Simon Ekpa is not doing it well. If it were to be Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, he wouldn't do it this way. If it were Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was not fighting violent. He was a very peaceful man. He's not a violent man. He's very peaceful. But when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was with them, they called him a demon. They called him a troublemaker. They called him a monster. They called him a tribal bigot. They called him a scammer. There is no name they didn't call Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But because today he is not with them, they have now switched. It is now Mazi Simon Ekpa. If it was Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, he is a very peaceful man that speaks very, very peaceful, fighting for everybody. He is not selfish and he's not disturbing anybody. He's just doing it good. But this boy in Finland, he is very stubborn. He doesn't want to listen to anybody. He is so arrogant, just to make themselves sound fine in their own ear. But inside them, their love for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not genuine. The love they confess for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not genuine. Because if that love is genuine, they have to do everything humanly possible, the same way Mazi Simon Ekpa is doing, to make sure that he's being released. You say Mazi Simon Ekpa is your problem. But Mazi Simon Ekpa have told you that any day I see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu out of the dungeon, the sit at home ends automatically. A challenge. That is how you know criminals. The same challenge Mazi Nnamdi Kanu gave, when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu told them, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, prove to me that the man in Asorok is Buhari and I will drop Biafra. Even when they captured Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, he's in their net, in their court today, they can't prove to him that this man is the man that was there before was Buhari. A simple challenge, prove to me that the man in Asorok is Buhari and I will hands off. Nothing like Biafra anymore. Mazi Simon Ekpa in his own era, he said, release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the sit at home will end. Instead of them choosing this simple means, simple way, very simple, it won't even cost them money, it won't cost them anything. It will not cost them a dime. To stop sit at home. To stop sit at home will not cost anything. It will not cost any bringing soldiers from Asorok, bringing soldiers from this one. It won't cost anything. But what did they do? They choose an impossible path. And in that impossible path they have chosen, have they been able to stop sit at home? In their dreams. Instead of them stopping it, it is increasing. And Biafrans, we are preparing for 4 weeks curfew. 4 weeks curfew. That is what we are preparing for. They think we will stop. It is increasing. Wait until after the convention. The Finland convention is coming up on the 20th and 21st in Finland. In that convention, after the convention, you are going to see hell. The Prime Minister have already said it, that since they refuse to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, he said from now till December, before, if they don't release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that they are going to see hell. He will unleash hell on them. This one they are saying is small thing now. Shebi then they go price helicopter, they show them for TV. We know they show our own for TV now. They go price gunboat, they show for TV. You saw our Prime Minister traveling from places to places. It is said that granite in they go chop for where they go travel. All those travel where they see and they go now, granite in they go buy. Now, gossip, they go gossip. You saw Prime Minister when he was arriving, even when he went to Germany and some other countries he went to. You saw it on Twitter. He showed it when he was arriving, departing Germany. Their own, they advertise. We know they advertise now. But they will see. It was that thing they sold. If I had to Nafia, I go there. That thing they had to Nafia, I go there. Nothing will stop it.
My brother, as it is now, information about Nnamdi Kanu is a blackout. We don't really know how he is faring or anything about him. The last time we had was when Prime Minister raised alarm that Nnamdi Kanu's health is about 80%. So, is there any new development? How is Nnamdi Kanu now?
Thank you, my beloved sister. The truth remains that Nnamdi Kanu is not okay wherever he is. That is the truth. The health of Nnamdi Kanu remains at a serious risk. And that is not a joke. That Nnamdi Kanu is alive is by the special grace of Chukwukama. You know, Nnamdi Kanu is the child of destiny. It is not because of anything. Nobody can go through what Nnamdi Kanu went through in Kenya for good 8 days and still stand up to today without treatment. Nobody. Just think about it. Think about it. The torture he faced for good 8 days in the hand of demons. And for past 2 years plus, no medical care. How can such person be healthy? How can he be okay except miracle? Tortured 8 days, tied on the ground, on bare ground, without clothes, without food. He was covered and hooded all the way from Kenya to Nigeria. And since then, till date, he has not been given any proper medical attention. It is only the grace of God that is keeping him. And we pray and pray. Biafra should continue to pray. Let that grace keep him until he comes out. That is our prayer to Chukwukabem. We want to celebrate Nnamdi Kanu as a living hero. We want to celebrate him as a living hero. We don't want, let Chukwukabem not allow us to see shame. Let Chukwukabem not allow the will of the enemy to happen. Let Chukwukabem not allow the Janjaweed to mock his own son. It will be a shameful thing for us to lose Nnamdi Kanu in the hand of the Janjaweed. It will be a shameful thing. Nnamdi Kanu, we cannot lose him in the hand of. That is why you see Simon Ekpa. He doesn't listen to anything apart from releasing of Nnamdi Kanu. And every single pressure he's putting today is to release Nnamdi Kanu. Because the speed on the Biafra, there's no how Biafra will be declared and Nnamdi Kanu will stay there. There's no way Biafra will come and Nnamdi Kanu will still be in another country. No, it doesn't happen. Everything we are doing today on speed is geared at making sure that Nnamdi Kanu will not be tampered with. If Biafra is declared today, Nnamdi Kanu is a bargain and they cannot do anything to him. We have to continue to hold Nnamdi Kanu with our prayers. As for his health, Nnamdi Kanu is not okay. And as a human being, let us reason. There's no way you can be there and you are okay after what he went through. Forget about these criminal lawyers that are busy talking nonsense. The only time the lawyers will talk about his health is when Simon Ekpa write about his health. That is when they will come out and talk. If the Prime Minister doesn't talk about his health, they won't talk. The family is completely silent about his health. So it is only the grace of Chukwukabem as he holding Nnamdi Kanu. And we pray and pray and pray that that grace will continue to hold him until he joins us very, very soon. Every Biafra that is watching this program, any place you are, I want to tell you that the day of reckoning is here. If you are still part of those who is acting as an informant against your brother, ọbụrụkwa maazị Nnamdi Kanu na-apịa n'Itali, ọ bụrụ Simon ebe na-apịa Itali, ọkwa Chukwu na-apịa, ọkwa Chukwu bi n'eluigwe, Chukwu okike ma na-apịa Itali, ọwụwọ gị ya n'azụ, ọwụwọ gị ya n'azụ, inweta onwe gị ebe ya enweta onwe gị. The only thing you can do for yourself today is to repent. If you are one of those acting as informant against your own brother, against your sister, the only assignment you have is to speak against Biafra. If you are not participating, you are not supporting, we don't have any problem with you. It is not compulsory that everybody will support, everybody will fight. No. If you are not doing it, no problem. Relax, go your way. But if you are standing against it, fighting against it, it's already baba, it's already poapo, you were a hindrance. Itali muana apia, I apia kwa de Italio. Chukwu kikame ya apia de Itali. O wogia nazo. Jekwe juo Usoji apia kwa nengi, also non do round the fallen heroes, happy nengi, on our confess. Jekwe juoya. If you are one of those betraying Biafra, be very, very careful. The day of reckoning has come. Not it will come, it has come. If you are a wicked person, you are fighting against Biafra, or behind in your place in a day, it will come in a week. If it doesn't come in a week, it will come in a month. If it doesn't come in a month, it will come in a year. It must get to you, no matter whom you are. No matter your rank as a politician or an neighbor or whoever you are, and you are acting as informant, both spiritual and physical. The earlier you repent and pursue Biafra now, the better. We are going home and there's no more time. Prepare yourself for the referendum, the self-referendum convention, and even a Finland. You have to be there. Prepare for that. Be there.
My brother. Somebody asked a question in the comment section. Please, within a minute, can you answer? I'm going to read it. He said, thank you very much for the mighty work you are doing. Please, I have a question. What is our relationship with the state of Israel? Seeing that we are the true Jews according to the Bible, how do you defend this? Yeah.
Well, that one is something that every one of us is very much aware of, in as much as some of us do not believe. Some of us seem to take ourselves away from that. But if you want to follow the history of the Igbos connected to Eri Kingdom and everything and God, when you look at that trace of Eri Kingdom and our relationship with God and everything, you find out that we have a very close relationship with the Israelis. Even the DNA have done. They have conducted the DNA to see that we are Jews. The DNA have been conducted. It is not just a mere wishful thinking, or maybe we are just guessing. DNA has been conducted. And there was a day Nnamdi Kanu explained it actually. Nnamdi Kanu said, in as much as we Biafrans, the Igbo Biafrans are Jews, there are some part of us that didn't come from that place. There are some Biafrans. There are some Biafrans that they are not Jews. It is not everybody. There was a way Nnamdi Kanu explained there are some section of the Igbos that are not Jews, that came from different other parts to assemble on that very place where we are. But the fact remains that we have that blood lineage with the Jews. The DNA have been conducted and confirmed. It is not just a wishful thinking. It is not a guesswork. And when you see the way events are unfolding, the way the things we are facing and what they are facing where they are, there is similarity. Apart from those similarities we can see, the DNA has been conducted and we have a trace from the Jewish kingdom. That is why even in our culture, so many things we do in our culture is the same thing that they do. Our traditional prayers is the same thing that they do. Almost the way we observe things, our circumcision, our naming ceremony, our marriage is similar, very, very similar to the Jewish. So when you see all those similarities, there's no other doubt. With the DNA, why must you be doubting? There is a great resemblance, and we are very, very close. And we have never stopped going close. And recently, you saw when some Israelis came to Biafra land to make some investigations. Because as you're asking that question, Israelis are also asking, how can these people be in this place and they claim to be Jews? They have come to make their own verifications, and they did that DNA, and they confirmed, yes, it is true. So it is not just a wishful thinking. We have a connection with the Jewish nation, and we will never deny that. It's an abomination to deny that. But we are not planning today to go to Israel and live. No. What we are looking for is our own land. We are not trying to transfer from Biafra land and go and live in the Middle East. No. That land flowing with milk and honey, where Chukwukema have placed us, is where we want to protect and be there. That is where we are going to be. Thank you, my sister.
Thank you so much. We have spent 1 hour here. I think we have spoken at length. I don't know if you would like to summarize in some minutes so that we'll call it a day.
So, my fellow Biafrans that are watching, I think we have spoken at length, but I want to tell you that everything that I am telling you here and what my sister is saying are things that you know already. We are not bringing any strange message that you have not heard before. There are things you have heard before, but you are not paying attention. They say that repetition is for emphasis. The problem is that most of us, we hear things, the next minute we forget. So when we refresh your memory and take you back to memory lane, you begin to remember what you have forgotten. That is our own responsibility. We have chosen that path in media to continue to sensitize people and keep people aware of what will happen when they have not happened, or remind you of things that you have forgotten. Please, the only command we have today is the command coming from Biafra Republic Government in Exile under Mazi Simon Ekpa. That is the only command we have today. On the supreme command of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is the only voice you will obey and follow. Support the Biafra Republic Government in Exile any way you can support. In any way, support. Give your support. We must sustain the success we have made so far. Anybody that say we have not made success is an enemy. Only an enemy. A liar that will come and tell you that, oh, what have Mazi America done? He has not achieved anything. What have Biafra Republic Government done? He has not achieved anything. Our achievement speaks loud. Even people who are not Biafrans can see the achievement we have made so far. But we must sustain it. How can we sustain it? We will sustain it by increasing our effort in any contribution we are making, either financially or otherwise. Increase your effort. Prepare yourself for the convention. Be there at the convention. Don't be found wanting. We are going home. In 2023, I am not postponing my own. You can postpone your own. For me, 2023, I am going back to Biafra land. And I believe that every one of us is getting prepared. No weapon formed or fashioned against us shall prosper. Thank you, my sister.
Thank you so much, my beloved brother. Thank you, everyone who joined us from the beginning up to this moment. Those in the comment section, I appreciate each and every one of you. As you are going out, please help us to share this video. And also keep praying for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a child of God. Nwa Chineke hụrụ n'anya. Ọ nọdịrị mmadụ m ka ejidere menye niile na anwụbeghị m. But to show you that the hands of God is in what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is doing. They have done everything. Each and every on a DSS. Each and ha na-etinyere ya ọta apịapịa. Ha na-etinyechara ya ife niile mana ọwụ ise ekwu ọnwụ because Chineke nọnyere ya. So ka I continue n'ekpere. Achọghị m ka anything mee Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Achọghị m ị na akụkọ ọjọọ ọbụla n'isi. Achọghị m ka ọ pụta oturu ugo pụta. Ihe mmadụ asị onye rọ ya erie ọta na afụfụ o mee a lot of things. So ka I continue n'ekpere ya ekpere. Gịnwa awụkwanụ doubting Thomas ofu onye si m akwụkwọ na ose Biafra ga-abịa 2023 ọfụrụ nwa ole Biafra. Well, when people talk like that and mewe ha sị ndị iberibe ndị amaghị ife. So ka anyị na-ekpe ekpere ọ bụgodu na abịa ahụ 2023 ọ ka ga-abịa enwe m olileanya rinne. And kịta ka ị ga-ama ndị niile ji obi ha achọ ihe Biafra. Onye na-agwa ndị ba ebe ọbụla afụrụ etinye picture Mazi Nnamdi Kanu anyị akwarụ feru ka aṅụ ijiji gawa ebe ahụ. Ụfọdụ ji ife achọrọ ego. Ụfọdụ ekwetara. Some people don't even believe in this Biafra. They are using it for business. I am not against. If you want to be a blogger, be a blogger and always say the right thing. Don't carry false information just because You want to attract traffic. You want people to be viewing you. You be carrying fake news, lying against. Issue of Biafra is a sensitive issue that needs to be handled with care. Do not say what Prime Minister have not said. Do not say what Biafrans have not said. When you are doing this, you are distracting. So, my dear people, let's keep on praying. We will try our best. Anytime we have chance, we will come. And I want to applaud my brother Chuk Survivor. You are really trying. Every day, every blessed day, from morning to night, he is here. And on Facebook, you can see his videos. I always share his video every morning. If you want to drink morning juice, always check my YouTube this thing in the morning. I share his program. Many people come. In fact, yesterday and today's program was so interesting that I was even listening to it. I forgot that I was cooking. My food nearly burned because they were talking sense. So if you want to be enjoying such program, join us at Central European time, 9 o'clock. Am I right? Yes, 9 o'clock every day. Check King David's the Daba channel, or you can check in my platform. I always share it there. You can call in to contribute. Let us work together. The issue or the problem we have that we have not achieved Biafra is because we are not together. When we work together, for those who truly believe in Biafra, if we work together, we'll achieve something positive. My beloved brother, once again, I applaud you. I applaud Nnamdi Kanu, who is, will I call him a sacrificial lamb. And I also applaud the Prime Minister of Biafra, Ichinahombo. One. And I applaud every genuine Biafra that is doing everything they can to ensure, and may let us achieve this. I want to go home. Yes. I want to be an also. Can you fetch Patara Yeba? Oh, Boda de Homa. And when you are not Germany, Kitonia Germany, no Catisia, Jewe, Nigeria, August, Ganaka, Gmeba, Macabeya de Amma. And when you be an Adam Mona, Goma, Gurano Meba, and now running a man and buy. One be not teacher, touch your tune, see me. No gown, oh good to me, je moejuna, je cho dara. Imago, ne Christmas, I gana negu. Imago, bukocho mother, eba no kuta mother de ka onye afra bafu. Adego onye afra bafu. So ndị ba biko ka gbakọ asa agbakọ aka ọnụ nye ọma mere ọgba ofufu ka gbaka ọ na-atazina ọ na-egbuzina ọ na-adọ achizina azụ ọ bụ na ya ha emenwe ọ bụ na ike adịghị eje buru oche nọdụ ana ka ndị ike dị mee ọ bụrụ mmadụ niile ya emenwe ife nwere ndị like Maazị Nnamdi Kanu ezipụtara ya n'ọrụ Maazị Simon Ekpa ezipụtara ya n'ọrụ. Don't force yourself to be like them. You cannot be like them because everybody have their own unique things God made them. Go and find out what you are created for. Nobody in this world is useless except you that will call yourself useless. Find out the reason of your existence. Ask yourself, who am I? By the time you ask, the reason why we have problem because we try to copy others. There's something I can do that you will be forcing yourself to do. You can't do it. No matter how you force yourself, you see you cannot do it. But when you discover yourself, when you discover what you are, when you discover what you can do, you will see yourself achieving your goals. Ask yourself, if you didn't learn anything today, when you go to bed, ask yourself, who am I? What am I good in? What can I do as a human being? Then you begin to find answers to yourself. And when you see people who have discovered their talent, who have discovered what they are, don't try to copy them. Don't try to be like them, but rather try to find out whom you are. Good night. Kachuko kika bia magozi ono. Obro ne like ben video biko like ya, share ya, kachifoni.
It's Rizmani on the beat, and you're welcome to Linda's TV show, the home of news and analysis, where you get your information about the happenings in the globe, especially in Nigeria.
Listen to the sound. Listen to my
hope I reach you with this. What if we stop pretending and really do practice love? Yeah, like stop putting a price to it. Why would your loved ones fall from your expectation and you label them misfits? Expecting perfection from a seed you sow beneath an imperfect soil. You can't be dealing on perishable goods and praying